Hello there and welcome. Do you remember in the last videotape we talked about those two young bicycle mechanics, Orville and Wilbur Wright, and how they introduced us to a new kingdom? Do you know, we've been trying for centuries to get a motored object in the air, and no one believed it could be done. You know why? They didn't know how to do it. Well, the Wright brothers didn't know how to do it either, but in 1903, they got us in the air. How did they do it? Well, that's a story in itself. I want you to stop and think for a moment of how often you're stopped because you don't know how to do something. Now think about this for a moment. Let's go to the three subjects that we talked about: money, weight, relationships. You might want to take your income and raise it. If you're somewhere between 100 and 200,000 a year, and you'd like to take it over $1 million, maybe $1.2 million. And when you talk to your friends or your relatives or maybe even your spouse about it, they look at you like you've lost something. But you see, that dream is inside. You want to do it. Or how about the individual that has a weight problem, where they've gone on diet after diet after diet until it's pretty well accepted this person is never going to lose weight? How about relationships? How one after another just seem to go bad. Do you know that the same cause is behind the money, the weight, and the relationships? That's right. And it's inside of ourselves. You see, it's the problem that kept us on the ground for centuries. It's called a paradigm. Now, I want you to think for a moment. Paradigms control our life. Now, you may be saying, well, what is a paradigm? And if you don't know, don't feel bad. The first time I heard it, I had no idea what it was. Paradigm is really a multitude of habits. That's right. But get this, they're other people's habits. Do you know that we are wandering around living ideas that we inherited at birth? It's genetic. That's why we look so much like our relatives. Now think of this for a moment. If 97% of the population don't really know what's holding them back, the odds of you getting it are pretty slim. Well, this video program is going to show you how to get it. Now, you may have tried many, many times. You may have tried to break out. Don't feel bad. I am going to show you, and I'm going to satisfy your mind that you can actually do it. You can earn the amount of money you want, you can live in the body you want to live in, and you can have a loving relationship. That's right, you can. Now, let's look at this for a moment. Paradigms shape everything in our life. It certainly shapes our success. You'll see some people, they're just automatic. They win at almost everything they do. Others, although they're very bright, they just don't seem to make it. Success keeps escaping them. Now think about this. Do you know that our happiness is controlled by our paradigm? That's right. Our state of mind, our happiness is literally controlled by a paradigm. Now you'd think paradigm would be a subject that would be taught in grade school, but it's not. It's not even taught in university. Our paradigm controls our relationship. It's almost like there's something that's in our mind that controls everything in our life. Now, the beautiful truth about this is that the paradigm is there, but we can change it. And when we change it, we start to enjoy a lot better health. Now, you see, when you start telling people that you're going to take your income to $1.2 million, and you're somewhere between 100 or 200, they're going to laugh at you. And they're going to say, you've got to be realistic. You see, logic is controlling everything. It was logic to believe at one time that the world was flat. I mean, how would you ever live on the side? Forget the bottom. It's logical to believe that we couldn't get a plane in the air. Drop anything and it falls right to the earth. How would you ever get anything as heavy as an airplane that's going to carry somebody? You see, that was logic. We've got to get the other side of logic. What the Wright brothers did was illogical. What Ed Hillary and Tenzing Norgay did was illogical. You know, all the way down the line, Dr. Werner von Braun, he said that the natural laws of this universe are so precise that we don't have any difficulty building spaceships, sending people to the moon, and we can time the landing with the precision of a fraction of a second. Now get this, your paradigm controls your ability to earn money. So if you want to change your ability to earn money, if you want to change your weight, and control your weight, live the body you want to live in, have the meaningful relationships you really want to have, you've got to understand this paradigm. See, one of the first things in solving a problem, you've got to recognize the problem. Now, how much do you talk to anyone about paradigms? How much do you hear it talked about? Could you stand up and give a 5-minute dissertation on paradigms? When I ask that in an audience, I get 1 or 2 hands. You see, you don't have to be able to explain to anyone else what it is. But if you're going to change your life, you've got to change your paradigm. And if you don't change your paradigm, nothing happens. It's like a little motor inside of us is controlling our behavior. We know our behavior controls our results. Now, for years, we got into behavioral sciences. If we just change the person's behavior, the results will change. Well, that's true. The problem is the behavior wasn't the cause of the results. It was a secondary cause. We've got to go to the primary cause. Now, we do this in our company. That's what 6 Minutes is all about. This particular set of films is making you aware of something. And then we've got something that will show you how to change it and dictate exactly what you want. We're going to leave you with the idea that you can pick up one of these things and sit down and decree your own future. It's the most beautiful thing. Do you know, I never went to school. I went to high school for a couple of months. I never had much of a business experience. I had jobs, but not a good work record. And you know, like that, my income went from $4,000 to $175,000, went over $1 million. I have taught thousands, literally thousands of people how to earn millions of dollars. And you know something? You and I can work together and do the same thing. How would you like for you and I to work together every day, where I get into this paradigm concept and I show you what the paradigm is and I show you how to change the paradigm. And you operate with confidence. You don't know how it's going to happen, but you know it's going to happen. You are going to get rid of that weight. You're going to be at your perfect weight. You're going to start earning the amount of money you know you're worth. Or you're going to build a loving relationship, something you see other people with and you really want. Well, let me tell you something. 6 Minutes to Success is all about that. It's about money. It's about weight. It's about relationships. It's about success. It's about you and I sitting down and picking up a pen and decreeing our own destiny. It's the most beautiful concept in the world. Now, in the next videotape, I'm going to get into how those paradigms are changed. And when you gain an understanding of that, like that, your whole life changes. I have loved doing this for years, and you're going to fall in love with it as you get involved in it. And understand this, you and I have a lot in common. And if we're to work together, we can make a lot of headway together. I love this. You're going to love it. Thanks for listening, and look forward to that next video, because it's going to make your world just a little bit wider.